All right, so our third topic is Bitcoin Core bug.
Yeah, so they had this bug that was apparently worse than originally thought.
Okay.
It could have shut down part of the network. That's the major thing. The other major thing is probably the number, like if that's
Number
one,
one reason?
this is the 1A that actually goes above it. The hacker could have created more coins of Bitcoin, more than 21 million,
What?
based off of that. Yeah, half of the mining was patched, and they said that the vulnerabilities would have been found, but there was a similar problem with Bitcoin in 2010. That I didn't know about, with a value overflow incident.
Did they fix it though?
Yeah, obviously. They burned off the coins and reverted back with a patch. So they went backwards within a couple hours, burned off all the coins, and reverted with a patch. And that's pretty easy to do. Honestly, I didn't know about that because even when I was around with Mt. Gox, like there was very little news sources and stuff. Like that stuff, if it was patched up in 2 hours, I wasn't reading that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So that happened, like the vulnerability happened 2 years ago, and they didn't realize it until now. So they went 2 years without noticing that until recently. Someone just realized.
So this is a 2-year-old vulnerability that's been sitting there?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the most insane shit I've ever heard.
2 years.
That's news to me because, okay, so you're telling me that literally there's an potentially uncapped supply. Like, how did they revert back?
Yeah, I mean, they didn't even want to say it. They kept it as a secret because obviously it's terrible. So the thing they did was like say to everyone, hey, just upgrade to the latest version. Hey, upgrade miners, upgrade Bitcoin Core upgrade. But they didn't want to say the reality, obviously, because.
So over the last 2 years, the potential uncapped amount of supply of Bitcoin could have came out?
I mean, if you say that's a possibility with that, then yeah.
That's the craziest shit I've ever heard. I didn't know that it was... So I thought that this was reverted over a short period of time like the other one. Because, yeah, last time they actually caught 187 billion Bitcoins.
Yeah.
And there's only, 21 million in supply?
21 million. Yeah,
So, like,
I mean, they say that they released the fix already, and they're saying, like, yeah, no, everything's fine. But obviously, we don't know. It's been 2 years.
I had a quote from someone, it's a serious bug, but it's not as some are making it believe. But, I mean, you just, I mean, so I brought half the FUD, and then you brought the left-hand knockout punch. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't know that. And for what they said with the actual your funds, that the only people running the Lightning Network or nodes are at risk. But I didn't know all about all of that. Now,
I didn't know they could create more Bitcoin. I just saw the part where they could crash 90%.
Again, for someone who is... So Bitcoin's 55% dominance and 3% of my portfolio? This sort of thing doesn't scare me.
Yeah,
but for the average Bitcoin
else.
maximalist who's like 75, 100% into Bitcoin, not worried about altcoins, I mean, good Lord, bro. I mean, you really got to think. I think, and the thing is, things like this will scare people off the network and out of the area. And other people will make giant profits because people always profit off of their fear. Profit off their fear, right? But in the same aspect, I mean, this is bad for Bitcoin.
Yeah,
this is bad
absolutely.
for Bitcoin. And I've never been the stellar... even back in Mt. Gox day, I was heavily weighted to altcoins.
Even that moment.
Yeah. So, yeah. But then for a more abstract, kind of like there was no real value too much. And it was like mining coin versus mining coin, whatever. Grab them all. Yeah. Pokemon Go, catch them all.